I was threatened with honour killing by my family, who rather wanted me dead. They didn't want their daughter, sister, niece to be in prison. I remember my brother parked outside my house with a knife in his hand wanting to kill me. I was disowned for a whole year.
Aisha left prison last year after serving 2.5 years in Askham Grange prison for possession of drugs.
I've served my sentence on my own. I've cried myself to sleep every night when I was in prison. I did everything on my own. Do I really need to be penalised again by my community?
Aisha was one of just 4 Muslim women in the prison at that time, but she's not alone. Zara spent 15 months in jail and had a similar experience.
I didn't receive a lot of support from my family. I had very few family visits during my time in prison, to be honest. It was like a punishment on top of a punishment. On the one hand, I was in prison, and then on the other hand, I wasn't getting any support from my family because I was in prison.
Zara and Aisha were both a part of a project which looked at the treatment of Muslim women prisoners. It found the way men and women were treated by their communities were very different. In the Muslim community, family honour is very important. That honour is carried by the woman, and as the study has found out, if the woman is sent to prison, it brings shame on the family, and that doesn't end even once the sentence has been served.
By talking around this subject, we hope to obviously raise awareness that there is no shame in this. We can't have double standards. Muslim men cannot be treated in a certain way when they've offended, and then Muslim women held to this drastic account once they've offended. There needs to be equality across the board.
They're really unforgiving, especially if you're a girl. You know, if you're a boy, it's okay.
If I was a man, I know I would have been treated differently. My release would have been celebrated by the community. I don't know why.
As well as highlighting these issues, the project also supported and advised the women and the prison.
We feel it's important to know and understand more about communities, but also offenders who come from those communities. Without that knowledge, we won't be able to resolve any issues, we won't be able to break down any barriers, and we'll find it even more difficult to actually encourage rehabilitation.
The project is now being rolled out across other women's prisons. Gagan Sabrawal, BBC Look North.